On that offensive line, which was a loaded offensive line, David Deal, Chris Snee, McKenzie, Shaun O'Hara.
McKenzie, a Jets draft pick.
Yeah, Jets draft pick. And then he made the right decision to stay in New York but go elsewhere.
Yeah, by the way, Dr. McKenzie.
Dr. McKenzie, I'm
right.
sorry.
Who was the biggest, best personality, the funny guy on the team, and who was the biggest trash talker?
I don't think none of us trash talked. I think being an offensive lineman, you just do your own job and you talk to each other in that huddle and figure things out. But I think we actually all had a pretty good relationship, right? We all like to have some fun, and we picked on Eli, and Eli picked on us, and vice versa pretty much the entire year. But that's the way our group was. I always tell people, you don't mess with guys you don't like, right? You only mess with your buddies. And I can't tell you the stuff we did to each other that year, but some guys would probably get arrested for it today. O'Hara.
Love him.
Yeah, I love him too, right? We all love Shaun. He's got the pretty blue eyes.
Thin now. He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, him and Snee, they can't be happy, right? Like, there's no way you're happy in that skin. And Deal, I played next to Deal for all those years, and he's coaching down in Memphis now. So we just played well together. I think Snee's a Hall of Famer, and he's in the Ring of Honor. He was a hell of a football player. Shaun made the Pro Bowl a couple years, even the year he got hurt, and I played center the entire year. He still made the Pro Bowl for some reason. We played well together. It was 5 guys working as one. We knew what we needed help with and what the other guy needed help with, and we got the job done.
We were talking to former Giants guard Rich Seubert, the starting left guard of the Super Bowl 2007 champions, New York Giants. Michael Strahan is a very interesting personality. I've met him a couple of times, funny as hell. He seems like he's the life of the party. Wherever he goes, with the smile, he knows how to bring people to him. What was it like playing with Michael Strahan?
I loved it. Ultimate captain, right? Ultimate leader. He found a way to get us going even when we didn't think we could do it ourselves. He always had something to say to motivate us. I look back to my rookie year. I was an undrafted free agent from Western Illinois University. When you come in as a young guy that nobody knows, they just stick you somewhere on the O-line just to make up that third team. So I was third team right tackle. And being a third team right tackle, I got to go against the first team defensive end, Michael Strahan. I learned a lot those first couple weeks and whenever I had chances to go against him. But what I liked about Michael is he always grabbed me to the side and coached me up, right? Gave me some pointers about how I could do it better and how I was tipping off the plays. And I think that's the ultimate teammate, right? Somebody that could kick your ass, but then come over and tell you how to do it better and make me better as a player, make me better as a person, to help me to have the long career that I had. He was one of the guys in practice that was coaching me up, which is pretty cool about Mike.
And then there's Eli Manning. There are a lot of Giant fans that didn't like him. There were Giant fans that absolutely worship him and probably was the greatest quarterback in New York Giants history, but one of the greatest quarterbacks of this era. People don't realize it because they don't really see the numbers for what they were. What was it like playing with Eli? Was he really that funny in the huddle like he is with Peyton on his TV show?
When he had to be, he was. Eli, what you see is what you get. That's Eli Manning in the locker room. That's Eli Manning you go out to dinner. That's Eli Manning when you're peeing next to him. That place in Albany when your shoes getting wet. He was always calm, no matter what he did. If he threw a touchdown pass or threw a pick, he never got too high, he never got too low. And I think you just feed off of that as a player, right? If you see your quarterback either have a bad play or a great play and he just keeps his head, right? It made when you messed up, you wanted to protect Eli, right? He was a pocket passer. We had to keep him in the pocket. He didn't scramble well. Awesome guy, great father. What I like is my only daughter and his oldest are about the same age. Has some basketball and he coaches that basketball team. I think he got kicked out of coaching. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it's fun. Now that we're both grown up, I can say that. And our kids are playing each other. It's pretty cool to sit back and say, hey, that was my quarterback. And now our kids are playing against each other. And he's still the same guy in the stands. He claps, he cheers, but he never gets too excited. He never gets too down.
Has the team, the 2007 Giants, gotten together and hung out and shoot the you-know-what with each other? Have you guys met up and just talk about that wonderful championship run that you guys had?
We get together, right? We all have our lives with our kids and our wives. Like I'm in Jersey and a lot of the guys are still in New Jersey. So like the O-line and Eli, we get to go out to dinner, like not as often as we should, but we have like a running text message, just like high school kids. And we talk pretty much every week, especially like O'Hara being on TV or a picture of somebody on Instagram. We'll make fun of each other pretty much on a daily basis.
Eli's the star right now. Omaha, he's got his production company. He's on with his brother all the time. They're hilarious. I would have never thought ESPN would have them on multiple years. And they're like killing it. And every single Monday, I'll pop them on and Peyton and him sitting there and just making jokes and cracking jokes. It's hilarious.
I can't believe he stays up that late, right? Late for those two guys. It is good. I watch them too. Once in a while, I'll be like, I'm just sick of hearing his voice, so I'll flick it over to the other state. I think it's pretty cool watching those guys in ESPN. Like when they're actually talking football and X's and O's and they're drawing up plays. I always said they both should coach, and then Eli should have coached football somewhere, or been a GM or something, or owned a team, because him and his brother could probably do pretty well in the league.
Well, they made enough money, so they can buy their own team.
They don't want the headache.
Rich, you should go to Eli and say, listen, you've made a couple $100 million. Throw me a couple.
We need new lights at our football field at the high school. I'm like, dude, can you just buy me some lights? Like $10 out of your pocket, right? It's not a big deal.
Did you see the Omaha contract that they got? They're racking in more money now than they were as football players.
Sauce, I see like Eli was doing the hot sauce stuff on Twitter and shit,
yeah, it's
right?
hilarious.
And all that stuff. But that's great, right? Like Eli's Eli. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he was my quarterback.